In this video, I'm going to show you how banks are quietly draining you of every penny you have and making you poor. Every single bank in the world does this, and the crazy thing is that it's completely legal. But I'll also show you what to do to get your money back. Have you ever wondered why bankers are always reluctant to close a customer's account even when their customer requests for it? It's because your money is their capital, no matter how small. And to ensure that no customer's account gets closed, banks gave orders to their staffs warning them against closing any bank account. And of course, there are penalties. They want you to always keep your money with them because they can't exist without you. And now let me give you an assignment to further confirm the authenticity of what I'm saying. Go to any of the banks you are banking with and ask them to close your account. Then watch the drama that will unfold. They will try to convince you and make you feel like they love you and want the best for you. But in reality, they actually want the best for their pockets. So what then do banks do with your money? So the first thing they do is giving out loans to companies and big investors with the money that you kept in the bank. So the money that you took, your own money you took to the bank, thinking that it is safe or is going to be protected or is going to be kept for you for future use, is what your bank carried and gave to investors and companies as loans. And this is completely legal because when you were opening your bank account, all these were in the agreement form that you signed. But these days when we all open bank account or do things and we just click on agree, or we sign different agreements in banks or in different places, we don't tend to read through the terms and conditions and all the policies. We just believe that everything is going to work out well and there won't be future problems, so we just sign everything. So know this now, they're using your money to give to investors as loans or whatever is completely legal. So every money you put in your bank account, it is not just sitting down there, it is working. Every single penny is working. So your money is working right now, but not for you, it's working for somebody else. Okay, you only save the money in that account, you only kept it in the bank and expecting to withdraw it at any time you want to. But the reality is that that money is not actually in your bank account. You can only see the physical figures there when you check using your phone to check your account balance. You see the figures, but the real money itself is actually somewhere working. It's actually being invested somewhere in businesses. So what banks do is they give your money to investors as loans. Now the second thing they do with your money is business. Banks run businesses with your money. So apart from giving loans to big companies and investors, they also use that money for business. What kind of business? They can decide to run a small business that they are sure of or they know is going to bring in high return or high yield within a short period of time. So they don't invest in businesses that take years to build. They invest in short-term high income businesses. Okay, we have different businesses out there that you even know of. For example, we have the POS businesses, we have even food businesses, sales of food stuff and all that. These are businesses that can actually give you income within a very, very short period of time. So you don't have to wait a long time, like years, for it to start giving you profit. So these are the kind of businesses they invest in. They use your money to invest in business. At the end, they make profit and they give you nothing out of the profit they make using your own money. So they use your money as capital to make profit for themselves. Now the third thing they do is they buy stocks, company stocks with your money. The same money we invested, the same money you put in your bank, they use it to buy stocks for themselves. They buy company stocks and they buy shares. So this is what you should be doing, but instead, because we don't have that knowledge that we ought to also be buyers also, we then go on to put money in the banks. But these banks, they don't just keep the money in their possession, they use that money to invest in stocks. So they buy stocks, they buy shares, short-term shares like government bonds and all the rest that will bring them high income in a short period of time. So whenever you need your money, it can be easily accessible and all that. This is what the banks do. So they use your money to buy company shares. And the final thing they do, which is very, very common and which is what I'm going to advise you to do, is what they buy government bonds. Now you might be asking, what is a government bond? Government bond is just like you giving out loan to the government, the federal government, for them to sponsor a project in the country. Then the government in turn will now pay you back within a year or less than a year They don't just pay you back the money, they pay you back with interest, high interest. So when you give out, when you buy government bonds, it's like you giving loans to the government. So you can imagine you giving loan to the government. Now, this type of investment is very, very safe because the government is not going anywhere. They can't run with your money. So when you give out loan to the government, they will surely pay you back. So it is even safer, and even the government even advises and encourages people to invest in government bonds. So it is even safer than the stocks, the shares, and even any other kind of stock market out there. Because why? The government is not going to run. The government is here to stay, and the government is definitely going to pay you. In fact, they really appreciate you helping them to fund the project in the country. And so investing in government bond is what these bankers do with our money. So now the first thing we need to do now to beat them at their game is this. First of all, don't save. When I say don't save, I mean don't save your money in the bank for more than 30 days. So if you're gonna save money in the bank for any reason, maybe for something you want to purchase in the future, it shouldn't stay in that bank for more than 30 days, because keeping it to more than 30 days, you can actually invest it in something for 30 days and get your return, get income back. But keeping it in your bank, you're not going to make any money, no matter how small it is. Even if it is 10 naira, even if it is 100 naira, don't leave it in your bank for more than 30 days. Invest it in something. This is what banks do. The moment you drop money into your bank account, they don't just leave that money there to lie down. They take that money and they invest it. Every single kobo is valuable to bankers. Okay, so to you, you feel your 5 naira is nothing, but to them 5 naira is what they use to build wealth. It's the foundation of their building of wealth. The next thing you're going to do is to download the Bamboo or Invest Nigeria app. Now, these two apps are one of my favorite apps for investors. There are different kinds of apps out there that you can actually use to invest, but these two are my favorites, and they are the ones I use actually. We have others like RiseVest, we have PiggyVest. So when you download these apps, the Bamboo app and the Invest Nigeria app, you're going to use them to invest in stocks, to buy government bonds and all the rest. There are many types of apps out there for investment, but these two are the major ones. When I say major, I mean they are the ones that I personally use most. We have RiseVest, PiggyVest, but these two, Invest Nigeria and Bamboo app, are the major apps that I use. So after downloading these apps, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to invest in government bonds. You're going to buy stocks, you're going to buy shares, you'll buy mutual funds, treasury bills. Now, all these things might sound confusing right now, but I'm going to explain them later in a different video on which one is the best to buy and how to actually buy them, when to buy, and every single thing you need to know about buying of stocks and government bonds and all the rest. But when you install these apps, you are going to be buying stocks just like your bank. You're going to be buying shares, you're going to invest in bonds, and you buy treasury bills, and that's basically what you'll be doing with these apps. So you can invest in stocks and bonds for as low as $10 or 5,000 naira and get up to 18% of your investment as interest every year. So your bank cannot give you this kind of high percentage of income or investment or interest. So your bank is not going to give you something as high as this. You'll not get it anywhere. But the moment you invest in bonds, government bonds especially, you're going to get an interest rate of up to 18%. So you can also buy stocks and shares and get paid quarterly. So you're gonna get paid interest from these companies, for example, like Dangote or GTCO, even UBA. They pay their customers quarterly. So every single investor that invests in these stocks, they pay them. They have interest that is being paid to them every year. That's about 3 or 4 times in a year for investing in the companies. So imagine investing as little as $10 and you are still getting paid just like a salary for that little investment you have invested in that company. And mind you, investing in stocks or buying stocks and shares makes you also an owner of that company. Yes, you're also an owner of whatever company that you buy their stocks. For example, if you buy Coca-Cola stocks, you become an owner, part of the owners of Coca-Cola company. Okay, so don't just consume the product, be also an owner of those products. So you can also start different profitable businesses. Like I mentioned earlier, I said you can start things like POS businesses, fast food businesses, or any kind of business that you know is going to give you high return within a short period of time. Invest in those businesses. You don't need to have huge amounts of money or millions before you can invest in business. Look for businesses that thrive with little capital and invest in them. Now, let me tell you a secret. Now, if you know all those people we call the Adashi people, like in Nigeria, people that you give money to, you contribute money at the end of the month, they disperse the money to different people, or they give different members of that particular contribution their own the money. That's when the time comes for them to get their own share. We call them the Adashi people. Now, what they do is when they collect this money from different individuals, lots of individuals, most of them actually invest those money in government bonds. They invest those money in little businesses, or businesses that have high and fast return without wasting time, without doing much. And at the end of the year, you would think that they are actually helping you to hold or gather your money. Meanwhile, you're actually helping them to boost their own income, because at the end of the year, what you give to them is what they're going to give you back, but they get interest based on the businesses that they have used those money to invest in. So this is exactly what your bank is doing, and this is exactly what those Adashi guys are also doing with your money. So know this now. If you also want to start that kind of contribution stuff that people give you money, and at the end of the month you give to a particular person, just like that, it's like a circle until it gets to the first person down to the last. It's like a circle, getting from the first person then going to the last, and then just the circle keeps on going round and round. Meanwhile, you that is the person that is helping them keep this money, you're actually investing this money in stocks or in businesses, and you are making even more profit than the people who are giving you this money. This is what banks do. This is exactly what banks do. And even most of these Adashi guys that they give money to hold for you, they actually invest it in stocks, in bonds also, and get 18% interest at the end of the year. So you can imagine how much money that is. Now imagine they were giving let's say 1 million naira in total of all they have gathered, and at the end of the year they disperse that money back to people. Meanwhile, after they've invested the money in stocks and government bonds, they are getting 18% of 1 million as interest. Now, one final advice before you guys go. See, before you start investing in the stocks market, in businesses, in government bonds, make sure you consult a professional. Okay, so make sure you consult a professional to help you, to put you through. Don't just rely on tutorials and rely on courses online. Find someone that you can sit down with one-on-one, pay the person to help you invest. If you invest in stocks or invest in shares and you don't have an idea of how the market works, you're going to lose a whole lot of money. You're going to lose a whole lot of money. So find a professional trader or investor and pay them for their services, and let them help you invest, or let them guide you, let them teach you how to invest one-on-one. They should put you through from start to finish. That will also help you to invest wisely, not just relying on tutorials you see online or on YouTube. Now click this video on your screen to learn something new.